Hi everyone, it's Leanne. How you going? I've got a pizza box, a pizza sauce box here, and I'm going to make a folder into a journal. This is a folder though, and I have cut all the tabs off. I haven't done a very good job on this side, so I will trim it up. Right, it's not too bad. Okay, how's everyone going? It's good. There's a bit of a glare on my table. I'm trying to get rid of it. It's so very, very hard. There we go. The glare's gone. Okay, we're going to use our pizza sauce box, and I have cut out some plates to go on the front and back covers, like that. I have also used a pretty little bear stamp there, and another smaller stamp there. Can you tell what sort of a book it's going to be? And I've stamped my little teddy on that plate and that one as well for the front. So the teddy bear is going to go on the front and the little teddy bear is going to go on the back. But I'm also going to put these down on the front and back. So is it going to be a baby journal? Probably. I've cut this sweet little material out, and it's got some little firemen and some tools and things. It's a little child's material, and I've just cut a piece out. Now I've done that. There's no fixed measurements because whatever your box size is, the principle will still stand how to do it. So if it's a bigger box, you just cut bigger plates to fit it. Now I have left about from the spine of my cardboard, I've left about 1 centimetre. Well, let me see. I should really measure that, shouldn't I? Yeah, and I certainly will. Yep, about 1 centimetre. So, as you can see, I'm going to put my plate on it, on top, like that. I call it a plate. I don't know what other people call it, but it's just the cover. It's cardstock, and all you're going to do is put it on like that, and then I'm going to put my material over it for the spine. So let's get to it. Okay, I am going to use double-sided tape because that one fits better there. I must have cut that one. So let's use double-sided tape, and with the fabric I'm going to use a matte medium, I think. So let's get some tape going. Now, this is double-sided tape, or scored tape as they call it overseas. I think we call it double-sided tape because it is double-sided tape. I'm going to get some scissors because I really want to cut the edges off. I don't want the tape showing. Right, there we go. Alright, let's pull it off. Alright, I got rid of my husband this weekend. He's gone up to, I've come back to Sydney. He's gone up to the mountains where our house is, and he's working on our house. So I got rid of him. Oh dear. Okay, now let's be very, very careful how we put this down. Okay, I'm going to have to try and get this as perfect as I can. Give it a roll. It's not too bad. Let's do the back as well. Yep, I got rid of him, and he's texting non-stop. He will not leave me alone. I have had a go at him in the past about not texting enough, and so he goes, when I start whinging about stuff like that, then he'll go the opposite direction, go, alright, I didn't do it enough, I'm going to do it over the top. And that's what he does. So if I have a go, he'll go the opposite direction and give me too much texting. You want a texting? There you go. Typical male. Anyway, I'm getting a lot of text, and I'm getting a lot of pictures, which I can't complain about. Right, let's pull the back off this. Sorry, I'm out of range, aren't I? Bit of a sore throat this week. Right, now let's be very, very careful how we put this down. There we go. There's the front and there's the back. So I've done that. God, that glare. Right, now we do have to put on our beautiful teddy bears. You put one right there, like that. Now this is a polka dot and it's a bit greenish. The cardstock underneath is blue. Can you tell what I'm making? A journal, a baby boy journal. Yes, I am. A small one. Right, okay. So we can glue this up. Tape it up, I meant. The weather is beautiful in Sydney here, Australia. The dogs, I have 3. One went with my husband, the oldest one, Coco. She went with Greg, and the other 2 get their nose really right out of joint. They turn their backs on me and they say, where's my sister gone? Where is she? They search for her. They go on and on and on, and they don't stop all day. They sook, they mope around. They really, really love each other. They're 3 sisters, and they just can't live without each other. It's going to be really sad when one dies. Really sad. Okay. Now concentrate, Leanne. I'm going to give it a tiny bit there on the edge, not much. About there. Let me see if I can still pull it off, and I can. So I'm going to give it a tiny bit there. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Not very good. That's okay. It adds to it. There we go. There's the front teddy bear. Let's do the back. These boxes are ideal, food boxes, because they've got the corners already on them, and the spine, of course, and they're so easy to use. I mean, if you were, oh dear, went off skew there. If you were to have to make it from scratch, from cardboard, you're not going to get it so perfect, because these are perfectly cut. They're probably laser cut or machine cut somehow, and they're so perfect. I mean, so you don't really have to measure anything. You just cut the box out. I really, really like the idea of using boxes. Just ordinary day things. I mean, they're still cardboarded, aren't they? They're really, really sturdy. They're already score lined for the spine, and they're just really, really easy to use. Right, I'm just trying to get, sorry, I'm out of camera again. I'm just trying to get the backing off this one. It's hard. Put it back down. Try again. Ah, there we go. It came off. This time I'm just going to take one off because I'm trying something new. Okay? I'm going to try something very new. I'm going to just position it, and then I'm going to take the next ones off. It's going to be difficult, but I'll try. That one's off. Next one, and we're finished on that. There we go. Oops. Now, what I was trying to try is whether I could get it right close and get it even, and that did work, that principle. I've seen someone else do that. Oh dear, look what I've done. You can see what I've done, haven't you? Got the teddy bear upside down. Right, I'm going to rip it off. No. Should I rip it off? No, I probably don't need to. How about if I leave the teddy there and put another one there, and then that'll look like I've got one upside down and one upside down the other way. And that's what I'll do. Remember, ladies, don't do what I just did. There we go. There's our teddy. Let me see. There we go. So don't panic about that I did that. Because it doesn't really matter. There you go anyway. Right, let's see what our spine looks like. I'm going to have it this way, I think. I don't want to cover too much up of my teddy on that side. I wonder if this is too wide. Let me have a look. No, I think it'll be okay. If I have it smaller on this side, How much on the back? Let me just see. I'll just pick it. So if I put it there on the front, like that, how much on the back? It's thicker, but it looks better, doesn't it? What does the front look like here? It's not too bad. Okay, I think that's what I'll do. Okay, so what we're going to do is get our Ranger matte medium, which you can use this on fabric. And I just need that light a bit more. There we go. So what I'll do is I might just do the spine in the matte medium, and then we'll do the last bits last. Okay. What I'll do is I'll try and even it, but I'll also put it where it should be. About there. Okay, so I'm just going to roll that down so that the Ranger matte medium adheres to it. Okay. Then I'm going to fold it over and glue these down. No, I can't do that first. I have to do the whole front first. Now let me just see. Alright, we'll do the front first. Like that. Then we'll roll that over. Like that. We'll do the same to the back. Like that. Right, then we can turn it over. We can do these bits. Like that. Oops. Better off going that way. Let me see. Yes, definitely that way. Okay, we'll do this one as well. Like that. Alright, I'm just going to get a wet wipe. Right. Just going to wipe my roller. It's a bit sticky and I don't want it to be. There we go. Right. Just going to give it a roll again. Like that. Now we will have to let that dry. So I'm going to put some pegs on it. Let it dry overnight. Want it perfectly dry. And that's what it's going to look like in the morning. Okay, it's going to be like that. Or like that, the front. Okay, we'll have to let that dry overnight because it's fabric and it has to just dry. Yeah, you could dry it with the heat gun and that, or the blower, but I wouldn't. I'd leave it overnight. So let me just take that out. Right. Okay. So we'll let that dry overnight. That's our cardboard there. It tends to get a little bit wet, so you really need it to dry naturally. There's the inners. Right, so I'll leave it over there. Now I am just going to go over the paper that I'm going to use internally. I'm going to use this. It's tea-dyed paper. I love the smell of it. Anyway, there's heaps and heaps and heaps of tea-dyed paper that I made. There's plenty of tutorials on that. And I just used a few people's methods, but basically in the end I get so impatient with having to do this. It's an all-day thing. I throw a whole ream of copy paper, a whole ream, into my sink full of tea. Then I start pulling them out one by one and putting them on trays. And I just let them dry naturally. Sitting there together, they get stains on them, they get all sorts of beautiful little markings. Oh, that's a really dark one there, if you can see it. A bit hard to see on camera. It's got all beautiful stains. You know what tea does? It stains, and it's beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to, oh yeah, like I said, I leave it there, and I just pull off piece by piece, and I let all the drippings happen while it's out of the tea and in the tea. And if one's a little bit too white, this has got tea stains all over it, but it's also very white, I just put it back in the tea real quickly. And I find that that's the quickest way for me because I'm lazy. Okay, so we're going to need this size for our little journal. This size, as you can see. Little tea stain paper that I've already cut out. I've worked out the size. I've worked out the size, and that's the size. Now you get leftover bits and pieces. This piece you get left over after you cut the paper. You get this one and you get this one. So all I do is I cut my paper for my little journal signature. I've got this left over. I fold it over. I keep and use that one, and I'm also going to use these little off-cut ones too. I'm just going to put them in also, every alternative. So you've got a small one, got a large one. Now you could make these into nice little plates where you stick a photo, and then you can journal down here what that was all about. I find that okay. And then we've got these ones, and all I've done is a circle. Then you cut the circle in half and you've made yourself a tuck spot, a tiny tuck spot like that, and you can then put stuff in there like that. So you could put those tuck spots on the small little pieces that you've got, which look really good, I think, like that. Or you can put them on the big one, or both. Just use up those pieces of extra paper you've got, and you've got all these tuck spots. So I think that's a really good idea, to use up all your little things. So we'll use those two pieces. These are off, that's the size I want, and this is an offcut, and I'll use it. And then I'll use the extra piece of paper that I just folded over as a tuck spot. And we can do that. It's down the bottom. Okay. I wonder if I used it that way. Would that be better? It doesn't matter which way you use it. It's still going to end up the same. You're still going to have to end up cutting it. Okay. So if you do that on that piece of paper, beautiful tea stain paper, by the way, then just cut it out. Like this. And there you have a little corner pocket. And we can stick it down there. So we have two already made. So that's what I'm going to do with the A4. Let me just get one. All I do is I get the A4 paper, and I am going to halve it like that. I'm going to take my sheet, and I'm going to take one part of that A4 that I folded for my little booklet. You're going to be left over with this one, because when you cut it down there, you're going to be left with this little one, and then you cut it there. And then you're left with this long strip, and you fold it over and you make those tuck spots. So that's all you do. So that's all I'm going to do. That's my tea stained paper. Right. So let's pretend we've got this. We're doing this. My cutting is never, ever, ever perfect. I cannot cut anything to save my life. Ugh, shocking. Oh well, we're all good at something, aren't we? I'm not good at that. Now these are good to keep as well, because what we can do is we use them as nameplates. All you do is you've got a word or something, then you back it with this paper. And I can see that could be a pocket as well, because you could put them together. So you've got this pocket here, and then you could use that. Let me just see if we can. Use one side, use the other side. So you've got double there. Now that is not a bad idea. Let me just see something. I'm looking over here at another tuck spot I've got. Yes, we could use that. Let's just cut it. How about to there? How much do I have to cut off that? There. Now we could use that, and now if we tape that together like that, it's a bit like a little pocket, isn't it? Let me just see. Let me just go over something like that. I'm going to try it. Okay, I'm just going to try it. I'll use just some. Let's just try it while we're here. I'll cover it 100% on top of each other. Okay, so we've got that. Now all we have to do is try and cut that into a better circle, semicircle. Let me see what we can use. Maybe that. A hole punch. Let me just be back. I'll be back shortly because I will go and get the hole punch. Okay, I'm back. I've put the hole punch here. I've put my little paper in it, and I'm gonna bring it right back up. I only do a tiny bit of a hole punch out there. Now I think that may be still too big, so we'll have to cut it down, say about there. Right, let's see how that looks. Well, it fits and it looks pretty good to me. So there's another alternative to use those extra bits of paper that were left over, and I will use them. But next time I'm going to cut that circle a tiny bit higher, so it's not, excuse me, it's not, so it's not so round at the top. But that one didn't look too bad when I cut it out, so it does work. Maybe you could put those semicircle ones on, yeah, on these tiny ones. And you could put a photo or something in there, or a tag or something. So that's what you could do with the leftovers. I think I should try that again. Let me see. Probably. So we're going to do that. Going to cut this to the size I want. So that's about there. And there. No, that's too high. Got to come down. There. But we do have to cut it there. Okay, now I've got to get my cutter. So I'll be right back. Okay, here we are. Put it on my marks. Cut it there. There's my 2 pieces left over. Keep them. Let's go up and cut our book. There's about there. There's my book piece. Goes into that one for my signature. And then we've got the small one there. That goes over the top of the big one. Let's do it alternatively. Let's put that one also in there. Right, we've done that. There's our pockets, the 3 pockets we made. Let me see if I can. So what did we do? We halved it. Then we did this tuck spot here, this little corner round one. So let's do that. Now I do have a commercial one here that's plastic. I want to use that because it's a firmer base. And that's how I got my tuck spots. Is I use this as a template. Oops. Okay, we did that. Now let's cut it. keep that. There's another tuck spot. Right, so we've got a paper, a smaller paper tuck spots. Now this one here, we've done exactly again the same principle applied here. Use our template like that. Something's itching my leg. I'm just going to get rid of it. Let's cut it up. There's our tuck spot, and then we've got these two pieces left over, and all we did was join them, didn't we? Let's single that. So what did we do? Well, what we've done is we can get two tuck spots out of this, two envelope things. Cut that in the middle. There's another one to do. And then we glued these together, and that's exactly what we're going to do. That's what we did. And then all we did was, let's just put this together a little bit better. There we go. Right, there we go. Now we're going to cut it off like that, like that. It's not sort of even Steven, so I'll cut it a tiny bit more so it's in line. Yep, like that. Now we're going to use this again, but we're going to use it only a tiny bit on the curve. How about just now I wrecked that one. You know why, don't you? It was wet. I should have just used it. There we go. Used it when I was a little bit drier. Okay, so we'll try it again. That one didn't work, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. Let's use this one. This time I'll let it dry a little bit. Or I'll only glue it down a little bit there so that it's dry at the top. Yep, that might be better. So it's dry just there. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we glued it down. Now let's see. Okay, take these hands off a bit, like that. Yep. Now I didn't put the glue all the way up here. I just set it down the bottom to hold it into place, because hopefully this time it'll cut, because there's no glue there. So we'll see, won't we? Did the same thing. Okay, that's not too bad. Cut it off a tiny bit more, and you've got your whole pocket. That worked okay, a bit fiddly, but we still got there in the end, and they can go down there on the small pieces of paper. Actually, that would be ideal. What would be good too is if you could put a little mat on that. So there is our folder, teddy bear folder. We've got start of some of our paper here, and I think we can glue these down. Let's just tidy them up. Just going to tidy that paper up a little bit. Like that. We can stick them down. They would look good. Yep. I'm going to use some score tape, but oops, dropped. My teddy bear dropped. Let's use some thinner stuff. That stuff. It's thinner. It's 1/4 inch, I think, this one. Right. Let's do it on the sides. I'm going to cut it with the scissors this time so I can get a perfect shape, or an end. That's perfect. I don't want to rip it because the paper, the tea-dye paper, is delicate. It's soft and can easily tear. So I'm just going to put this very small 1/4 inch tape on around the edge, and make sure it's down. Now let's get our little paper, the little one. Let's put it down like that, like that, like that. Now let's try and get it in between the spine and the front evenly, but perfectly down the bottom, like that. Now that's a good one. And there's our little envelope pocket. There it is. And all you do is you stick a photo in there, baby photo, or you stick a little tag in there, tiny little tag, and I do have some tiny tags. I'll just get one just to show you. Okay, I wanted to show you this. This is a tag I made and laminated. It's got a crown, it's got the ABCs, tiny little U, baby, and on the bottom it's got that. Now I stapled that on and stapled them, but then I glued on that and something else, and then I laminated it. As you can see, it's all laminated. There we go. It's like a well, you know, you could put it on the front excuse me, front of a journal, or you could use it as a bookmark. I call it a bookmark. Anyway, so I just wanted to show you that. Let's get back to our small tags. I have a small one here. You have my heart. This is a very, very cute one. It's got a sort of a green shiny paper on that one. Retro reflective. This one says special delivery with a little stork on it. Now that is adorable. Let me see if I can fit that in. Yep, that fits in really well. It actually fits in perfect. It's great size. Let me just see how this one goes. Well, that one fits in perfect too. Anyway, let's see if we can put some ribbon, some nice ribbon or something on it. What's that one look like? This one looks nice. Hasn't been opened, but that's okay. Hang on a minute, I'll get it open. I've used my scissors. Hang on a minute. I'll get there. Bit hard to get it off. I'm finding it difficult, so let's give that a bypass till I'm off camera. I really don't want to waste your time. Right, this green one looks nice. Let's just try that one. Does look nice. Goes with the green. Retro reflectiveness. Yeah, it does. Why didn't I use this one? Why did I use that one? I don't know. Anyway, let's just tie this in a double knot. Let's just tie it in a double knot. Right. You will need a lighter, and you will need to burn off those ends. I'll do that off camera. I haven't got one just here, it's in the drawer. And I'm going to put that in there with the ribbon. It's a beautiful minty coloured ribbon. I love these little tags, they're very cute. Okay, so there's a pocket we've made, and we've put that one with some of our leftovers. Now you can decorate it even further. You can go, you know, put something here maybe. What's this colour? This is a similar colours to the little journal I'm doing. It's got minty greens in it. You could rip some of this off and have a little bit of it, musical notes. That would look sweet, and actually I am going to do that. Let me just cut it there. Let's see what that looks like. Right, I don't mind that. Let's do that. You can use a glue stick perfectly fine using that. There we go. There we go. That's perfectly sweet. And that's on our single little envelope there, as you can see. Let me just see, that might need nipping off a bit on the edge. It's just showing through. Okay. It's doing really well. Okay, so I think that's really, really nice. You can go further. But let's just put it on our stack, see what it looks like. So it can go there. So it's a little tag in there, like that, with our paper. It's got the minty top. It's got a lovely little tag, like that. I do love this one. This one's my favourite. It's about the stalk, because it's so tiny. But anyway, we can do that. the pockets there. Let's just do a tuck spot one now, perhaps on another of the smaller one, so we can put them all together and put that over there. Okay, let's do one of our tuck spots. Here we go, this one here. Alright, first of all I've got to put a tiny bit of tape down the bottom. Now let's find that so we can tape it up like that. Let's cut it so we can get preciseness like that. Right. Let's close it up now to get the bottom like that. So the bottom's covered, so there's our little cone like that for our tuck spot. Let's put it down, the whole back down with a glue stick. Like that. Put your finger in it and wipe it down. We use a bone folder to do that, just to make sure it's all tapped down like that, and it is. And there we go, there's another little tuck spot or pocket, whatever you want to call it. I can put my sweet little tag in there. Let's do that. Oh, isn't it sweet? Sorry, I keep going out of camera. I'm really sorry. How about we can put a piece of this on because of the colours. Just a little piece. Let me just see what I can do here. I just want to place it down so it's I'll have to take that, excuse me. Okay, now we can, let me just see where my photo finish is. Here it is, stressed ink. I'm just going to take a piece of that well, what do you call it, piece of paper. I've edged it, and all I'm going to do is glue it then onto my pocket. And I'm just going to let it sit there, just like that, to give it some colour, as you can see. So there's my pocket, has my little tag in it. I am going to give it some of that beautiful green colour again, that minty colour ribbon. Now what you can also do with this ribbon is you put it at an angle like that, like a V. You get your stapler and you can staple it like that, which I will show you, because I'm going to do it myself. Like that, you staple it, cut down the tops like that, and you can put it in like that as well. That was just another way of putting the ribbon on, the minty ribbon. Now you want to burn those edges so they don't fray. So I don't mind that. That is quite sweet as well. So all you can do now is wrap that around your other paper like that. Put it inside of that one. And there you go. I've already started a signature. That's one of them. Here's the next page. And then you've got the next page, which is that one. And then you've got, turn that page over, and you've got the large one again, and then you put another pocket in there. So we'll continue on with the book like that. I love how it's just got these little pieces on the pockets like that. Just a little bit of whatever scraps you got hanging around. I've got a few more scraps there I can use. And there's our pockets, our little circular pockets, and there's one of our other ones as well. So we've got that one, that one, that one, that one. Now we need another piece of paper here. So when we cut our paper out, now I'm not sure how many I'll put in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 there. I might put 10. I'm not sure. Sorry about that. The phone went off again. I might put 10 in a signature. I'm not sure how many signatures I'm going to get into here. Possibly 2, possibly 3. But I think it'll be 2 because I want to put a few embellishments in the little book, and I want to yes, I don't want it over bulky. So there we go. There's the start of our little baby journal. I've done some stamping. I've done some paper. I've done some material, fabric. And I've done some pockets and some scrapbooking there. And until I see you next time, bye for now. I'll let that dry overnight. And there's the start of our book, our signature. So I'll see you soon, everyone. Take care.